What is this guy doing? What is happening here?
They're asking him to keep it cool, and it was 4 tires and fuel, and it's a shame. And Shannon rushed it.
Starting the vlog on the phone again. So I just got back from the grocery store, so I wanted to show y'all what I got. So I got May's issue 4. National Geographic, because I know y'all like when I do ASMR videos on those. And then I also got this history one because, as y'all saw in last week's video, we were reading Medici, and this one is one we have the Marvel Florence the Duomo, which the Medici kind of funded for them to make the dome, which is that iconic, the dome on top of the cathedral. So that is what I got at the grocery store. So we're supporting the 62 car today. I went on Saturday because I don't eat out on Sundays. So just some fries and a Frosty. Very nice from Wendy's. Wow, look at that angle. Yeah, I'm just doing it on my phone today because there are some pictures I need to take off my camera and put on Facebook. So it's just because I forgot to do that last week. So tomorrow we will switch to the camera. But yeah, I just have a ton of packages sitting around because I get lazy because they're not necessarily things I need right away, because like outfits I usually pre-order before I actually have to wear them because I just want to make sure they get here on time. This one I don't think is an outfit, but I get lazy, as I said, so packages just sit there. And so I've been opening one every day. So let's see, this one is coming from Kelly in Naples, Florida. Never been there. I was gonna go whenever I went to Miami. I was gonna drive across the Everglades. I forget what interstate that is. Is it 75? I don't know, but I was going to do that, but then I was like, I wanted just a chill day on the beach, so that's what I did. But I do want to, that is something I want to do, is go to the Everglades one day. I probably need to do it soon because who knows how much longer they're going to be here. But it is a national park, so it's in good hands, but you never know how wildfires can happen. I think they would get rid of water, but you don't know what I mean. You never know the world we live in. I'm sorry this is really loud. I think this is a stuffed animal that I ordered. This is a lot of packaging in this one. From eBay, because I was in my fills one night. Yeah, it's there's backstory here, but I'm not really gonna get into it. So this Tigger from Winnie the Pooh. Don't know where I'm gonna put him yet. He is kind of matted, but that is okay. I mean, he was loved at one point, right? So yeah, his tag got cut. Oh my gosh, he's coming from Florida. I wonder if they got him like at Disney. And this looks like a dog. I know he's a tiger. I know on the show or books or whatever, he's a tiger, but he looks like a dog. But wasn't he like only 2 legs? But we got him. So I'm seeing if there's like a seat or anything. No. So that's what I got from there. I still haven't tried out this lipstick. I randomly found it the other day. And excuse me. Like, I remember when I bought it, but I just haven't worn it yet. Really like this color. Just haven't gotten around to wearing it. What am I gonna wear this week? Oh yeah, I know what I'm wearing. We are gonna be traveling this week, not overnight traveling. I'm literally doing like a full circle around central North Carolina. I'm gonna be in Winston-Salem, Charlotte, a lot of places. So I might wear that on that day because I'm not doing a full look like yesterday. I really liked what I did. I was like, I want to see how much makeup I can get done in 10 minutes, and I had 15 minutes to get ready, so I did my hair for the last 5. So I basically did everything except foundation and eyebrows. That's how much I could get done. So I wasn't gonna do foundation anyway. I don't like to wear foundation in summer just because it is just here it's like 100 degrees in summer, so not ideal. So I just wore this really like basic. I wore this for the corner, this one for the lid, and then this I just do in the middle to highlight my eye, and then I do it on the under as well. So I did do concealer, and I just used this Kat Von D. I have several concealers, but they're all pretty low. This is from when I do 80s, so this one's really light, but this is a Kim Kardashian one, and then this is Kat Von D, and these are both, I really, really like both, but they're just low and not a lot in them. But I only did my under eyes for that. And then for contouring and highlight, I used this from ColourPop, Sonia Esman. I don't know who that is, but I really like this little palette. And it's supposed to be a blush, but I think it's more better for contour and bronzing personally. So then for my blush, I used an eyeshadow, and this really, I really liked how this showed up. It kind of, you can't really see that it's pink on this phone, on the phone camera, but it is pink, and this is Super Shock, again from ColourPop. A really long time ago. I literally got this in high school, so I don't know if it's still available. And then for eyelashes, I did the Roller Lash by Benefit. This is one that they sent me by accident. I had ordered eyeliner, but they sent me mascara instead. But this one is kind of clumpy once it is on your eyelashes. But I mean, I still think it looks really good. And again, this is from Benefit. And then for lips, I didn't line my lips like I did on last Monday. So I just took this one. I'm pretty sure this is the pencil that I used. I think I used this one, but really I could have used either because I think they would both look good with the look. But this is Treasure Island. There it is. I did that on my top lip and then, you know, rubbed it like that. And then added this, which is from Sephora, Outrageous lip gloss, and it's a plumping lip gloss. Added this to my bottom lip. And this stuff works wonders. This is like why I won't get lip injections, because this makes my lips look so much bigger. Like they double in size basically from that. And I'm like, if I can do that, I don't feel like I even need lip injections. So, oh, and then for eyeliner, this is from ColourPop. I don't see a name on it, but it's not great. I wouldn't highly recommend it. The pencil actually, like that, falls out a lot. But like once it's on your face, it looks good. But I just don't think this is that durable, like the material, like the actual thing. And then for the brush that I used this one from Subtle Beauty. You can change the size of it and all. So just for different things, I use a different size for whichever product I'm using. And that's everything I did. Obviously, I did my normal skincare routine, which I do need to put on some of these. I have not done that today, so it's good. We were filming in my bathroom because I film in here when I open stuff because my dog is scared when I open packages. She doesn't like the loud noise, so I locked myself away in the bathroom to do it. So I'm gonna put on these, and I'm going to read at 6. We're reading Love in the Time Cholera, and we're reading kind of Monte Cristo as well, which I need to see how many pages I read last night to put into my reading journal. It's 9 o'clock, and we're going to attempt, how do I hold this, to finish this book, which it like, there's only like 8 pages left, so like if I didn't finish, that'd be really bad. Why does my skin look like this? Eyeliner or mascara remnants, you know. So yeah, we have 8 more pages left of Love in the Time of Cholera. So I am glad to finally be finishing this because this has taken me so long. Ice cream, but yeah, I ate ice cream in bed because I'm lazy. But we are about to finish this, and I know what I'm going to read next, which will literally only take me like 1 day to read, which is tomorrow. And then I don't know what I'm going to start after that because we'll only have like 7 days left of the month. So I don't know if I should just
I think I'll go into a contemporary because contemporary is what I am going to be focusing on in May. But I shouldn't be too hard on myself for not finishing that many classics this month. Classics are usually harder to understand as they came out in previous times. This one was only 1988, like that's 11 years before I was born. But still, it's very dense, and classics are very dense. So I don't even know what my favorite book was this month. I mean, maybe To Kill a Mockingbird, but like still none of these books, I haven't loved any of the books I read this month. And maybe even Medici, which we read last week, might even be my favorite. But it was not a great reading month. But we still have a week left. We have 8 days left. So I'm not going to give up hope yet. But let's get into this one now. I finished the book. So yeah, like a 3.75, which is a 4-star on Goodreads. It just went on for too long. I just got bored with it eventually. I mean, the writing was great. The characters great. The plot just really lacked for me. So I will write my review on Goodreads sometime tonight. I usually just will like add a sentence, then add a sentence a little while later, and that's how it goes. But I'm gonna take a picture of this tomorrow, so we're not gonna put this in my pile yet, but we are going to go get the next classic that I'm going to be starting tomorrow. The lighting isn't great in here, so the flash is on, so I hope that isn't bad for you guys. So the book, if y'all can see a classic on this, then y'all know what it is. But right here, this is going to be kind of difficult with one hand. Let's hope I don't like knock the bookshelf down on me, you know? This is a reread for me, but I want to reread books. So yeah, another book's not going to fit up there. But The Tempest by Shakespeare. When I got this, I was like, oh my gosh, this looks like a children's version or something. Well, there's that. But I guess this is a British version because like BBC. Oh, and the website's the UK website. I got a book depository. But yeah, so I have read this before. We have illustrations and all of that. So very small. It is a play. So I don't know if I'm going to give it a rating because yeah, oh my gosh, it has all this. Why can't all classics have this in the back? So yeah, it's literally like 60 pages. So I don't know if this is the full thing. Hopefully it is. But like, as I said, I read it in school like my sophomore year, maybe. His freshman year's American American literature, right? I don't know. But put those guys back. So then we had to find out what contemporary I'm going to read after I read this. So let's just look at the shelves. I'm not picking right now, but just, you know, having a look at what I have. This might be my ebook read because that is one of my largest contemporaries that I own. Pat Conroy is hit or miss with me. For me personally, I think he uses a lot of the same tropes in his books, and so I think it gets a bit repetitive. Stand up, please. Okay. Is the flight portfolio I don't know, that's historical fiction or contemporary. Oh, Beyond the Point I think is contemporary. That's a big one. Let's see, what else do we have here? I don't know if Keeper is a thriller or if it's contemporary. Then back down to this shelf. None of these look like it. That one might be. Not sure. And then down to the shelf, which I think we might have several. I don't know if that's historical or contemporary. Then here, don't think any of those are. So yeah, this one doesn't have a lot of contemporary. We're only gonna look at like 2 shelves because we don't need to go to like every shelf I own because then we would be here all night. So I'm not sure if that one is one. Let's see here. I would say that's thriller. Thriller?
yeah, contemporary literary fiction is something that I'm like really just getting into. So I don't own a ton. I think Midwinter is one. Yeah, all the ones I'm pointing out are like recent purchases that I got at the used bookstore in DC. Oh my, that looks so violent, just like there's some blood, but there's what it all is. So yes, that we're reading The Tempest next, which I should get it all done tomorrow because again, it is not that long. It's a play. And yeah, that book just looks very childish, so I'm hoping I didn't get like a children's version because that would be kind of awkward, but we're going to read it regardless, and then hopefully I will find a contemporary to start. Happy Sunday. It's time for Talladega, almost, so I'm going to turn that on now. I know I said I would switch back to recording on the camera today, but as you can see, my camera is not on my tripod. I forgot to charge the battery, so it is charging right now. So maybe later tonight we will get it on there. I'm gonna have some leftover pizza, but honestly, it just is looking kind of hard. I don't know if I'm actually, I don't know how it's gonna taste, but if it doesn't taste good, then I will just make some ravioli because I love ravioli. I need to put what page I'm on in the Count of Monte Cristo. So I am over the halfway point now, which is awesome because it's taken me so long. I finished watching the race. I didn't say that. Ross Chastain won. I wouldn't say I'm a fan of him, but I do like when he throws the watermelons. I think it's like saying watermelon man. Like, yeah. I think that's kind of a cool celebration. So I'm at like 57% of the way in this. Do take in mind, all of this is not actual story. There are notes, the footnotes, that kind of thing. So we will get to that later. I will be starting The Tempest after I eat because again, this is only like 50 pages and I can read that in one sitting. Excuse me. So as I said, I'm scared that I got like a children's version, but I don't know. Nah, the text still looks like it's like, you know, Old English. So we're going to be reading that, and I don't know if I'm going to give it a rating or not because I've never read a play like just on my own. Like as I said, I read this in school, so like I've read plays in school but never by myself. So I don't know if I'm going to give ratings or what because I don't know because as I said, I've never done it. I've only ever read them in school, so that should be interesting. I did read a movie script before, but that was not on Goodreads, so it didn't get a star rating, but it was like a 5-star if I would have given it one. But yeah, so I finished 7 books this month, and as of right now, I do have plans to, this one I won't finish this month. That's going to go into the first week of May. 2 books will get me to 9, and I do think I'm actually going to start a classic after this one, Passing by Nella Larson. I don't know, it was one of those L last names. And there's a Netflix show on that, and there are some actors that I like on that show, so I do want to get to it at some point. And the show's like all in black and white, I'm pretty sure, which is something really cool, and I like when shows do stuff different like that, or movies or shows. And I do have Outlander to watch tonight, and Winning Time as well, so I'm not going to watch both tonight. It really depends on how long the chapters are for the Count of Monte Cristo that I will be reading, and that will just depend if I watch HBO or Stars tonight. But I'm gonna attempt to eat this dinner. It's not looking too appealing. Is that the word? Pleasing? I don't know. It doesn't look great, so I'm probably gonna make something else, but I'm gonna try to eat this first. So I finished The Tempest, and it quotes, this is a retelling, but like not like a Madeline Miller retelling. It just shortened it so it could be easier to read for audiences. So I think this is good to read if maybe you aren't sure if you'll get on with Shakespeare's work. So pick this up and then pick up the actual play, The Tempest. Luckily, I have read The Tempest, so it's not like I lost anything, but I might reread it at some point. But yeah, with this version, I was just getting people confused because there's one in this version, there's one woman and then everybody else is a man or like a magical spirit kind of thing. So I was getting all of the men confused. They all have this Italian names, that kind of thing. A question, why has Shakespeare written several plays set in Italy? Because like Romeo and Juliet is in Italy. Like, why was he inspired by that? Because I would doubt he's been there, but I don't know for a fact. Just kind of curious what the English thought of Italy at that time. So I got very basic. I mean, it's good just to add this to be closer to my reading goal, which I know a lot of people are like, you shouldn't do that, you shouldn't do that. I don't care. So luckily I have read this, so I do have a better understanding. But if you have never read the Tempest, like the actual full play, this would be a good thing just to see if you get on with the writing. And if you do, then pick up the actual Tempest. And then if you don't like it, then don't pick up the Tempest. So I will be unhauling this copy because I don't need to reread it. But we will be getting into the Count of Monte Cristo at 10. But I do need to go get the next classic I'm going to start, which will be probably tomorrow. Here's what I will be starting next. This is the like Netflix tie-in cover, but I mean, I do think this is a beautiful cover. So Nella Larson, I got the name right, but I got this book back in February and I've been meaning to get to it, and it is a classic, so it does fit to read this month. Let's see how many pages it is. So 128, and that's not even all story. That's like just the back, the explanatory notes. So it looks like it's 120 pages. I'm not sure when this was originally published, but Nella Larson was a part of the Harlem Renaissance. I'm sure y'all know what that is. I learned about it in my American English class, so I'm not sure when it was originally published, because there are all those. So this one was last year. Library of Congress, so maybe 1916. No, I'm not sure. I'm definitely gonna have to. Oh, we have some of this. Do y'all read the introductions? It really depends for me, because sometimes I feel like it can spoil the text itself. So I think the introductions are better to read after reading the actual book. And this is quite a long intro, so like, I don't know. If you think for this book it's necessary, let me know. Okay, published in 1929. So going from Shakespeare to the Harlem Renaissance, one Renaissance to the next, right? So classic American literature. We've read one classic American and one Colombian and one British, and then the Count of Monte Cristo. Still getting through. That is French, but Alexandra Dumas was a quarter black, so we do have some diversity there. And then obviously we have diversity here as well. Look how cute this outfit is, y'all. So I did a whole video about it on my ASMR channel. I don't know when I'm going to upload it, but hopefully soon. I'm like, how should I do this? And my makeup looks super cute. Like, I just feel so confident today. I think this would be like a great Florida outfit. I wish I could did that more of a side pony, but it's fine. It's fine. Look at all those hair colors. Crazy, right? But it's just so cute. I'm so cute. I really, really like it. It is kind of on the shorter side, and I've been trying to show the back, but it's hard. But yeah, there's the back. But yes, this is super cute. I love it. Everything's new except the earrings. They're vintage. I would definitely wear this to like a race or something though. Maybe not with the heels because you have to do a lot of walking. But yeah, it's so cute. Look at that. Great. I'm doing the math to find out how many pages I read yesterday. We don't have like a good number for that. Oh my gosh, my back just started hurting. Yeah, I'm not doing squats today because I think that is what caused my back pain last night, which I'm fine now. Like, I just sometimes if I move a certain way, it's like, ah, the muscle hurts. Not bad though. But yeah, so I had been doing squats in the cycle every single day last week. So I'm gonna take a day or two off from squats just until I'm no longer sore. My legs don't get that sore anymore, which is nice. But yeah, I had gone like a whole month without working out, and that's not good. Because just everything feels better when I work out. Like, my anxiety is way less. Like, I'm not anxious at all at the moment. I'm like, I can get stuff done. I am proud of who I am. I'm confident. So yeah, like today I feel so good about myself. Even with this lopsided kind of eyebrow thing. But yeah, I just feel really good today. But we need to do the math. So 59 plus 26 is 85. So that is at least one more page than, or 4 more pages than we read on Saturday. So we are turning the page now in my reading journal to a new week, the last week of the month. Excuse me for burping. Oh yeah, I need to put in here where I am. So let's see exactly what page I finished on. Should be, no, I'm not even gonna try to do math in my head because math is not my strong suit. We all have our downfalls. And yeah, so 685 is the page that I got to. So I'm at 60%, I think now, of the way through this book. I don't know if it looks like it or not. Just when books are so huge like this, I'm like, I cannot tell. No, it kind of looks like that. But yeah, big books, scary, right? So we are continuing my 5-star prediction project today, starting a brand new book on Monday, which is nice. On Monday, starting the week off with a new book, which I'm gonna get to reading in about 12 minutes now. It's 5:47. So this is the Immortalist. So this is the fantasy book, which even though I think it's more like magical realism for that thing. Let me turn on the computer just so I can have Goodreads open. But this is one of my 5-star predictions. It is the Immortalist by Chloe Benjamin. I have been wanting to read this book for years. So what year was it published? Let's see. I'm gonna say like 2016. I wasn't actively reading in 2016, like books of my own choice. Oh, 2018. So I've probably had it on my TBR that long as well. So it's in 1969. I have read y'all that paragraph before, so let's go to this one. The prophecies inform their next 5 decades. Golden boy Simon escapes to the West Coast searching for love in 80s San Francisco. Goals like Metallica were there. But hey, dreamy Clara becomes a Las Vegas magician obsessed with blurring reality and fantasy. Oh my gosh, that's such a cool thing to write, being a Las Vegas magician. Like, why have I never thought of doing something like that? Oldest son Daniel. Oh, so are they all siblings? I never realized all these people were siblings in this. I did not realize that. That makes it more interesting. But eldest son Daniel struggles to maintain security as an army doctor post 9/11. Whew, I wouldn't want to be there, but okay. And bookish Varya throws herself into some kind of research when she tests the boundary between science and immortality. I wonder how many people actively research that. Okay, and the writer lives in with her husband in Madison, Wisconsin. She's really pretty. Like, she looks like a writer. Yeah, she's really pretty. So yeah, the font looks quite big. I don't know how many pages this is. Okay, 340-30, so that's like an average size book. And are there chapters? Like, what is going on here? Dedicated to her grandmother. I love that. So we have a prologue in 1969. Through the prologue here. So I'm assuming there are not chapters. Oh, no, there are. I see chapter 21 right there. So I'm going to start this in 10 minutes again. Very excited for this. My 5-star predictions, none have really let me down yet. None have been a 5-star. Anxious People technically is a 5-star on Goodreads. I'm like, do I count that or not? Because it was like a 4.5. The Overstory was like a 4-star. It's by Richard Powers, and Anxious Peoples by Frederick Backman. So this one, will this be the first one that gets to 5 stars? Who knows? And then later tonight we will be starting Passing by Nella Larson. This is another classic, but I told you all about that yesterday. It's I didn't tell y'all like the synopsis, but there are they twins or are they just sisters? Okay, no, they're friends. I'm thinking because Vanishing Half, it's inspired by this book and they're sisters. So these are 2 friends, and they are both light-skinned African-American women. And it's like one chooses to pass as white and marries a racist white man. And then the other chooses to live her life more in the Black community in an African-American centered gatherings in Harlem, like that kind of thing. So it's just how their lives go about choosing those different paths. And for coming out at this time period, I think this will be really interesting. This came out like 100 years ago in the 1920s. I think it was 1920s, right? I was talking to y'all yesterday about that. I think that was 20s or 30s, but I'm gonna go with 20s. So I can't wait to get to that and to read from the Harlem Renaissance, which I haven't in a few years. So to get back to that, I am excited to do so. And then, as I said, there's a Netflix. I don't know if it's a series or a movie, but it is something that I'd wanted to watch before, and at the time I hadn't realized it was based on a book. So knowing it's based on a book and I'm going to read the book, that makes me even more excited. I'm totally just now realizing at 6:58 that I forgot to clean my room. I clean my room every Monday, so I feel like a slob, but it's okay. So I just read the prologue and the first chapter. They are quite long, over 10 pages. So oh my gosh, yeah, I am liking it so far. I like family stories. I like multi-timeline. I like the time periods we're in. I like the 1900s, but okay. And by 1900s, I literally mean it started in 1969 and now we're like 10 years later in 78. Yeah, 78. I know that's technically 9 years, but you know, rounding. But this one quote, so this is about a character being gay. No, I'm not gay, so like don't think that's what I mean when I say I relate to this, but it says, as soon as Simon allows himself to picture it, he's nearly overcome. Manhattan should be an oasis. There are gay clubs, even bathhouses, but he's afraid to reinvent himself in a place that has always been home. So the reinventing yourself in a place that's always been home, I can completely relate to that. Like at first with before I really realized I had agoraphobia, I was like, okay, once I move to Charlotte, I'm doing this, like I'm getting my teeth fixed, I'm gonna get laser hair removal, like all this stuff, and I'm gonna be a new woman. And still that does appeal to me, that doing all this stuff for myself, doing it in a different place, I feel like I don't have the burdens of the anxiety I had at home, things like that. But now I'm in the healing process of agoraphobia. I am doing it way better than I was from the struggle that I had for years, where I'm at the point where I'm like, I'm ready to do this at home. I can do this in my hometown. But 2 years ago, I kind of like, I was like, I have to move to get this stuff done, which I obviously didn't do because I didn't realize what my real condition was. But very relatable. As a matter of fact, this is about being a girl being insecure, not being gay like Simon is. I do know what I think is gonna happen to him. I knew it by the description that I read y'all earlier. Who knows? Sometimes I'm like, I know what's gonna happen, I know what's gonna happen, and then it doesn't. So I have my theory of what's gonna happen anyway. So yeah, this really reads as historical fiction. It is listed as a fantasy, but as I said, it's more like magical realism. It really reminds me of Alice Hoffman, who wrote Practical Magic. I have not read Practical Magic. I read one of the prequels to it, but that book has a similar setting, as in location and time frame. So it's really reminded me of that.
I did look at the Goodreads reviews because I didn't read the reviews, I just looked at the star ratings how my friends had given it, and it seems to be very average for a lot of people, so I am kind of nervous about that, as people are just giving average reviews rather than loving it. But you never know, because my favorite book this year has like an average of a 3.79 on Goodreads, so you can't really tell by whatever it's rated on there. But I'm going to do my cycle workout and watch some booktube while I do that, and then get back to reading. I had edited tomorrow's video. It is currently uploading back there onto YouTube. And then hopefully I will get up on Facebook on Wednesday. I always forget. I know it'll end up going up on like Friday, so I need to make sure I do that. And I might as well, while that's open after my computer slows battery, edit the ASMR video for the week as well. ASMR I only have to like pre-film because like the majority of the time I don't show my face in them, and they still do great in views. You don't have to show your face in ASMR. On YouTube in general, you don't have to show your face to get views. You don't. So if you want to remain anonymous, you can't. You don't have to show your face. Like, I get more views on those videos than I do on these videos, and so yeah, looks don't get you everything. You just have to have talent. My talent's ASMR. But okay, so we're gonna get into passing now. I'm not reading this long introduction, because again, sometimes I think I prefer to read them after the book. I don't know why, I always do that. I feel like just sometimes they have spoilers in them, but unless I'm explicitly told otherwise by somebody else who's already read it, read the introduction first, then I will, but the majority of the time I read it last. So yeah, because spoilers. So we're gonna get into this. I have no idea how much I'm going to read in one sitting. I usually read about 25 pages in a sitting, so I should be able to finish this week, as it is quite a small book. But since it is a mood read, there is no rush for finishing. So let's get it. I wasn't just listening to Kid Rock, but it is Wednesday. I have like an hour before the thunderstorm is supposed to get here, so I am in a bathing suit to tan and read outside because it's like 90 degrees. So I'm like, I usually don't read if it's that hot, I like read outside, but I just want to be outside. So I am in a bathing suit and all of that with my under eye things on and everything. I look great. I haven't worn a bathing suit in, well, obviously it's been winter. I haven't worn a bathing suit in such a long time. This is like my favorite one. Like, it reminds me of that iconic like Farrah Fawcett thing. And the back is crisscross. I've literally had this bathing suit since high school. It's one piece, and yeah, it's been to Miami with me, Phoenix, everywhere. So I trust it a lot. But I'm going to go outside and read the Immortalist now. We are starting on page 47. A page didn't even get read before it started pouring and raining because I was trying to take pictures. Why does my face look so brown? I don't know. I look dirty. But none of the pictures like turned out well, so I'm just wasting my time out there. I look like really dark. I don't know why. But yeah, I take selfies with these things on. I don't care. But yeah, none of them turned out good. Didn't even get a page read. Let me show you all the So I'm gonna sit here because there are still some blue skies. It's under like one cloud right now, so hopefully that all gets worked out. Today I am going to attempt to put hydrogen peroxide in this ear. It just feels clogged and gross, and the bottom just like fell out of rain. But yeah, it wouldn't even matter if my chair is wet after this because I am in a bathing suit, so it doesn't matter that much. I look cute, but at the same time, I'm like, no. Yeah, you know, being vain. I'm gonna attempt to read now. Side change, but I'm still reading. My book is right there. But the rain stopped. It's still thundering and lightning, so I'm not going out there because I don't want to get struck by lightning. But all the little birds, like, they've all come out since the rain is gone. I guess worms maybe They were in the yard, and a cardinal just landed on the railing right over there, like 6 feet away from me, but outside, obviously. And there's mockingbirds and on the fence, and they're just all out. Yeah, there goes another cardinal. I haven't seen the cardinals for a few days, so I'm glad to see them. Did I tell you about the mockingbird that landed on the railing while I was out there yesterday? It was crazy. I looked it up in Native American legends. Sorry, I seen that was a bird or a squirrel, but in Native American legends, I don't remember exactly which tribe. Seeing a mockingbird up close is a symbol of self-expression and to express yourself. And yeah, I've felt very good and confident lately, so I feel like I have been doing that. And oh my gosh, a lightning strike. I don't remember the last time I've seen a lightning strike till now, so interesting. And a fire truck just went by on the main road, so hopefully everyone is good and it's nothing serious. But yeah, with these kind of storms, you never know. Obviously, lightning and all that, not good. And then obviously rain can cause a wreck. I mean, you can have a wreck on dry, but you know what I mean. It enhances the roads, like making them slippery and that kind of thing. I don't know where I'm gonna eat today. I'm thinking Olive Garden. I was choosing, like, I want seafood, but Red Lobster, just their pickup time is really bad. Like, I will get there and then they'll be like, oh, it's not ready. You have to wait like 30 minutes. And I'm like, on my phone it says it's ready, but okay. And then sometimes it will say they'll bring it out to me and then I'll just go in and my food had been sitting on the bar for like 10 minutes. So I think I'm just gonna do Olive Garden. I feel like Olive Garden's better service and all. And yeah, so I think I'm gonna do Olive Garden. Okay, that is a squirrel. I cannot tell right there. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, don't tell Penny. She's over there bathing. She doesn't know. And then kind of, he's right there, a mockingbird. They've been really active lately. I bet they have a nest somewhere. And then the cardinal landed like right there on that railing. So all the little birds, and they've been like in the yard and all too, but they're all out. I filmed several clips on my phone today, which I like, so I'm apologizing for that. Tomorrow is going to be primarily on the phone because I am going to some race shops, and some allow cameras, some don't, or photography for that matter. And they're usually not that busy for like tourists or whatever, and they're always very quiet. So I like don't want to be vlogging in there, so I'll probably get B-roll footage if these ones do allow that. And so we are going to race shops tomorrow. I'm doing a big circle around North Carolina basically, so that should be interesting. I haven't really done anything like this in a long time because the pandemic. I used to do this kind of stuff a lot. And ooh, I just realized I ordered a side of salad and I didn't mean to do that. I'm looking at my food order. I have to go there at 4:42 is my pickup time, so 22 minutes, but it's 4:20. I got a dozen breadsticks because I need that many. Yeah. But I'm gonna read like one more chapter because it's only like 5 pages and I'm just sitting here waiting to go to pick up my food. So what better is there to do than read? Guys, Olive Garden has like the perfect building. Like, this is my dream house. I want to move in. Thanks. We got the goods. For ziti pasta, Olive Garden does better than like the local Italian restaurants. Don't know what that is, but love it. It is 6 o'clock and time to read. My hair looks long. This ear still feels clogged because I have yet to put the stuff in it. I keep forgetting, so I need to do that. But yes, we are about to read. I did not read that much in the first reading hour. I think I was just really distracted by taking selfies. Yes, I have felt confident lately. I did take some better selfies once I was inside. They look so much better than the ones that were outside. So, you know, never give up. But I am on page 68, so I've only read like 20 pages today, which is not good personally. And my opinion. So I am definitely going to try to hammer on a lot of pages right now for the next like hour and a half, because I just want to read more, because I only have until I'm trying to get it up until Saturday to read this, and I'm most likely not going to get to read any tomorrow. Maybe, I don't know, I have no idea when I'm supposed to get home tomorrow, so I don't know if I'll be reading that or just be reading my ebook, because ebook obviously I can read anywhere, everywhere, so I don't know. So I just have to really be careful with my time. Like, I shouldn't be sitting here rambling on and on, so I'm gonna get to reading. Also from the pharmacy, I got this sticker. Be confident in yourself. Love yourself. Yeah. This stuff is in there, y'all. What an angle to vlog at. It's so like tingly feeling. I don't know how to describe it. And apparently I had to put alcohol in my ear after this, which I haven't heard of, but my dad said I had to. So I'm gonna look it up, because I have not seen anything like that. This is such a weird angle. But look at my skin. It's glowing, but such a weird feeling. So I did all that ear stuff. When I'm lying down, it feels fine, but now it's been about 2 hours. Still feels kind of clogged, but we're just gonna see. Like, I don't think there's a lot I can do. I did see some where like it gets unclogged the next day, so it's only been 2 hours, so I'm not overly concerned, but at the same time I'm like, I don't like this. I just feels funny. But yeah, when I kind of massage it like that, it does feel better. But yeah, so with this we got to 27%, and we got all through Simon's perspective, and it was like exactly what I thought was gonna happen to him happened to him. And then with Daniel, I think I know what's gonna happen, but with the two girls, Clara and Varya, no idea. Those are my wild ones, my wild cards, and we're going to Clara next, so for a point of view. Again, I have no idea if I will, have time to pick this up tomorrow. I really don't know, because I don't really know how long my plans are gonna take, how long my trip's gonna take, so I don't know what time I'm going to be home, because I still have to go to the grocery store tomorrow, and well, Target, not the grocery store. So I don't know if we'll get to that again tomorrow. We'll get to it on Thursday if we don't get to it tomorrow. But I'm about to pick up Passing by Nella Larson. I did some reading on Nella Larson last night on her Wikipedia page, and I think a lot of her own personal experience is put into this. I don't know if she did, because I didn't read the whole page because my battery got to 10%, but her early life. So her mother came to Chicago from Denmark, so it was white, and her father was, they're not 100% certain on her exactly what or who her biological father was, but they think he was Afro-Caribbean refugee is what it said. So they had her, and I don't know if they were married or what, but they had a falling out. So Nella's mother went and married another European immigrant, so they went on to live in a white neighborhood, and her siblings were white and all of that. So just thinking of that experience, and especially in that time period, because now it's still people have a hard time with that, of maybe somebody not looking the same as their parents. So thinking of it being nearly 100 years ago, over 90 years ago at this point, imagine how much difficult it was back then than it is to now. Very interesting. So I'm gonna get back into this. So I read 33 pages last night, so and this does have chapters, so I'm just gonna see how far I get tonight. This is a mood read, so I have no set dates that I want to complete this in. but let's get into it. I read 16 pages in here. So the psychological aspects, I was making sure I used the right word, but the psychological aspects in this are very fascinating. So Claire's like husband is racist. He doesn't know his wife is of black descent. He has no idea. And so she has to constantly live in that fear, like, oh, how dark will our children be? Or, oh, as I get older, my skin is getting darker. Just that constant fear of him finding out her heritage. And she might get privilege in life by passing as white, but is it really worth it having to live in that constant fear? That is what Irene, our other character, is thinking. How Irene is married to a black man, and yeah, so she doesn't live this life that is as privileged as Claire's. And it's just her looking in on Claire's life being like, is this really, is it worth it? And I just find that all super interesting. So I'm at 29% now. We will get into the Count of Monte Cristo after my... I am off and on my way to North Carolina this morning.
Gasoline.
Okay.
So what are...
Show that. There's a glare, they got lucky. The spider just chilling. I won't focus, but...
One thing he's always said was, look at everything we've got. We've got each other.
Please.
What?
Ron,
Oh.
you know, man.
So we just got done with the Petty Museum. I'm sure a lot of y'all have heard of Richard Petty. Like, if you haven't, where have you been for like the last 70 years? Yeah, I've kind of met him before. He was in a golf cart and it's like, hey, and he waved back. So it's pretty cool to see. This is basically 80 years worth of stuff here from him, his dad, his sons, and yeah, so it's a ton of history, so definitely recommend if you are interested. No.
I just want to thank my fans. I want to thank the three. I want to thank Goodrich. I want to thank Oreo cookies, Gatorade, Snap-on, Burger King. Just thank you for everything. I love being first.
This is inside the car hauler, everybody. I've always been curious what they look like, and the cars are actually on the top part up there, which I thought they were in this part. These are like an 18-wheeler, for those of you who don't know. But up there, let's see. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. I've never seen inside one, obviously, why would I? So the driver of the truck is in there, and then you have all that, the lights and so on. And then here is the outside. Obviously, yeah, I did not know what the inside looked like. I'm actually gonna go back in there to take a picture because I didn't take a picture. I was just recording. So go back in here to take a picture, and then let's go the other way. So let's just We can take a picture of that, and then over here. Okay, hold on. I'm vlogging, so like don't name names and all. Guys, these people are just randomly spread out throughout this place, and I keep thinking they're real people, and they're not. And I'm like, oh my gosh, they're judging me. See, like, I don't like it. It's scary. There's like a yak and all. Look, Tom, look. What, all the heads? Oh my gosh, a buffalo head's that big. Look at him. Oh, the deer. Is this like a herd of deer? The mountain lion?
There's the mountain lion.
Oh, what?
Fiction. The same thing happened to me. So here's what I believe. High prices and wasted time, they're the enemy. That's precisely why I started Select Blinds.
Yeah, they had the birds, so I'm super excited. I'm definitely going to get one of each. I've made it back home, back to South Carolina. I have all these drinks and all this stuff in my hands. So yeah, we went to Petty Museum. See, I thought we were going to race shops. Like in Charlotte, there's race shops. But these were just museums. And they were race shops at one time, but now everything's mainly in Charlotte, which this is about, I don't know how many miles from Charlotte, so I'm not gonna say. But this is all like in the Winston-Salem area, which I've never really been to Winston-Salem. I've driven through coming back from Toronto, but I've never like gone on a trip there. So maybe one day I will. But so we went to Petty Museum, which is Richard Petty. And then we went to RCR, which is Richard Childers Racing, which is where Dale Earnhardt raced for, or who Dale Earnhardt raced for, and Kevin Harvick, and as I saw several others. And they are gonna get a win this season. Every week, Tyler Reddick gets so close, and I'm like, this man needs a win. Like, he's not even one of my favorite drivers, but I'm like, you get so close every time, dude. You're gonna get it one day. So then I went to Target. I went straight to Target, and now I'm home. I have like 9 minutes till I'm supposed to read, but I am hungry. I did have some barbecue for lunch. I didn't show that. It was fine. I think South Carolina barbecue is top notch, and all the other states are below it, so it's fine. And I usually don't get a sandwich, but just for the sake of traveling, I thought a sandwich was easier than having a whole plate with like vegetables and that kind of thing. And so I ate that, and surprisingly it didn't give me acid reflux or anything, which is great. But I'm going to have some leftover Olive Garden now, and then get reading after that. My desk is a complete mess. I have all these drinks here. These are both my drinks from today. Did I need this? No, but this is my 1 day of caffeine a week. I have a headache right now. I don't know if it's hungry or if I need caffeine or what, but so I'm gonna eat. And yeah, we got all of the new little birds from Target. I will show them later. I don't know where I'm gonna put them yet, but I did get them, so I am super excited about that. Then I did get 2 things for my skincare routine, which are the vitamin C, and then I got retinol, which I've never had before, but I've seen it recommended a ton to do that at night and do the vitamin C during the day, so I try that. And then I got some sunscreen, and what is that? Copper tone, unless that's the kind of sunscreen I got, I don't know. But I got a Tide stick because I am running low on the one I currently have. I got cat treats and a cat toy for the feral cats that I feed. Just want to give them a toy to be nice. So that is everything I got at Target. And to get to read in all 3 books today. It is 6:22, so I'm starting about 20 minutes late for my second reading hour. So obviously I'm not going to get like 59 pages read like I did yesterday, but some is better than none. So we are going to be starting Clara's story today on chapter 10, page 103. So I think I'm going to read outside. Maybe, I don't know, because the house next to me is having construction and the hammers might be distracting, but they're probably leaving soon because it's getting dark kind of. So I am going to read some today, so I'm glad that I actually got home at like a proper hour to read. So I'm just going to try to read as much as I can, and then after I read, I am going to show y'all what I got from Target. It's Thursday now, but I did want to show y'all what I got at Target yesterday because I had a headache last night, so I didn't get to show y'all because I didn't feel like recording. So Tide sticks, these are a must. Literally, I had to give some to family members, and then the one I had left was like running low, so these are always nice to have. Then we do have a cat toy that's not for my cat but for the feral cats that I feed. So I could only find, like, this was the only one that just had one toy on it because I didn't want to buy multiple, because I mean, I don't know if they will even like it or not, but that's the one I ended up picking up. And my cat is in here and I'm like, I feel really bad. So then I got some more of this because this is like the holy water of skincare. No, but this is probably my favorite product that I use, and it's True Skin Vitamin C Facial Serum. I've shown it a lot in my videos. I use this for my gua shine at nighttime and then just with a roller in the morning. Then I am going to be using this at daytime, but for nighttime now I'm going to be using, I guess it's pronounced retinol, their new age defense restoring formula. So I personally don't think I'm really aging, but I did see a lot of people recommend this on Reddit. I'm just seeing all that on there because I didn't even read it. I just knew that I wanted that. So this will be at nighttime, this will be at daytime. So this will be with Gua Shine and this will be with the roller. Sorry if my voice sounds off or anything. I did get a lot of earwax out of my ear today, but then it started feeling clogged again, so I'm still pretty messed up. So I'm only really hearing myself with one ear. Well, I can hear with both ears, but one is more like muffled, so I don't know how I sound. So then they did have all the birds. So we got this one, and this is the Sun Squad is what they're called. So this is his name Drummer? Is they doing, yeah, okay. So they're doing it on the tag now. Drummer. So I'm super happy they had all of them because these things, so they're $5 in store. Online, if somebody's like reselling them, they're like $50 more than that. I saw one from 2019 that was selling for $189. So if you see them, definitely pick them up. So these are my summer ones. I still have my spring one. I only have one spring one out right now. So once we get to June, because the 1st of June is like the weather meteorological start of summer, so they will go up in June. But then we had this one, and his name is Tanner. Oh, I did get sunscreen, but it's not in this bag. I don't know where my dad put it, so I'm definitely going to have to text him, but it reminded me because he has the sunscreen on his face. Then we got this one that is so cute. I love her, like, I love her. And her name is Star. And then we have one more. Look at her. Love the colors of this one. And this is Pearl. So I got all the little birds, super excited about that because I am a really big fan of them. So yeah, I did get, I don't want to show my receipt on here because it might have, okay, that's the pharmacy one. But yeah, I got some sunscreen as well, but I don't know where it is. So as I said, I'm gonna have to text my dad because I am about to go outside. So I'm about to use some of this on my face and all the other stuff. And how it says glow at the top, it really, really does make your skin glow, and I cannot recommend this enough. It's my favorite skincare product, beauty product, whatever, that I use. Air France, Paris sticking pins.
They're filming on my phone again because my camera's doing the thing where the lens gets stuck. This is like awkward, how do I sit? So it's doing the thing where the lens gets stuck. So I did what I did last time and plugged it in and then tried to turn on, turn off, but it's not doing anything. The screen is black, the lens isn't moving. Really, really frustrating. So hopefully just giving it time, we'll fix it. I read about 8 chapters because I just got really hungry, like the point where I'm kind of feeling nauseous. I'm so hungry, so I want to go pick up some food, but I got to page 198, chapter 22. We're at Daniel's perspective now. I did like Clara's perspective. I mean, it wasn't like the best thing I've ever read, but I was really feeling for her and her journey that she was going on of being in. I don't know if I should call their relationship abusive or not, but I do think there was like some gaslighting there maybe, which is something that I didn't really know what gaslighting was until last year. So like, that's still, so I could be using the wrong term because it's still something new to me. Shouldn't be sitting in my book right there. It could be getting stuff all in it. But yeah, definitely broke the spine of this. This is very floppy. I wish I liked it more because that would just enhance it. But yeah, this is like a 3-star, again, page 198. So I'm going to change into, I need to get a shirt to change into, but I'm changing back into my day clothes and then go pick up some food.
Got my camera working. I just basically took out the battery, the lithium battery. I don't know if it's actually lithium, but you know, the battery thing, and cleaned out the little place where you put it. So I didn't start working after that, which is great. So I did read outside, as y'all didn't see, but I told y'all I was gonna do that, and I did. Then I went and got Zaxby's. I had to wait in line 16 minutes, and like the guy just did not understand when I said Diet Coke. He's like, Dr. Pepper sauce. Yeah. And they're, yeah, I don't want to go off on them too bad, because like, yeah, and then there was a lady in front of me who would not pull her car up all the way to let, like, she had like a whole car space between the cars, and she was just like taking notes in her car, like she had a notepad and everything. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, is this an official like restaurant reviewer? Like, I'm interested. But yeah, so I'm going to get back into this aisle, that kind of part, because I don't know, I don't think I'm sunburnt. I don't look too red, but you never know, sometimes skin gets sensitive. Yeah, I wore the sunscreen all over today, and yeah, I was really scared. I just feel really sticky and gross, but no, I'm fine. So I recommend that sunscreen. I saw it's actually a German brand, which is interesting. So I'm gonna get to reading now. I read like 60 pages earlier, so I really made up for yesterday, because this was the most I've read in this book all week, and I'm gonna be reading for another like hour and a half. So we will see how much I get in, and I will check in with y'all sometime. Randomly jutting in mid-chapter, but it just said a character had stage 4 endometriosis, which I've never seen mentioned in a book before. So having just that slightest bit of representation is like amazing. I've talked about it before. About when you see something that you can relate to in a book, it's really like good. Like, you're like, I'm not alone kind of thing. Like, especially when I talked about the agoraphobia and Follow Me Back, I was like, oh my gosh, I can relate so much. Even if it's just a side character in here, it still is really nice to see people do know what that is. This is getting more interesting in the second half, so we're getting more like kind of an investigation thing going on of who the fortune teller was and all that, and I think that's interesting. I have a theory about one of the characters' partners. Who knows if it's to be true or not? I feel like it's very out there, so you never know, but we will just have to see. I'm gonna work out and then get back to reading. They're at exactly 110 pages, and oh my gosh, my desk is stressing me out with how messy it is. That's something I wouldn't say it's the OCD, because the OCD is completely different for me. Like, I'm not like a stereotype is like people being clean freaks. I like things to be clean, but I am way too lazy to do it. But yeah, when I talk about my personal experience with OCD, it's like with numbers and that kind of thing, times and all of that. But I'm putting in what page I'm on, which is 250, which is 67%. So I read like 40% of this book today. I did a lot. And we will read Passing at 9, but first I was supposed to tell you the books that came out this week, which books released on Tuesday, and it is Thursday, so I need to get that list out for y'all. So what was the date on Tuesday? I'm not sure. The 26th. So oh, one did come out today. That's odd. Yeah, why are they all coming out on the 28th? That is weird. Well, 2 books released today, apparently, on Thursday rather than Tuesday, being Electra by Jennifer Saints, which is a Greek mythology. I'm not sure if it's a retelling or what exactly, but it's based on Greek mythology. And then Miss Aldridge Regrets by Louise Hare. That's a historical fiction, but I'm not 100% what it's about, but those are the books that I am anticipating that came out this week. I'm going to be ending the vlog here. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you had a good week. Let me know what you guys are currently reading, or if you have read any of the books that I've featured in this video. I'm about to pick up Passing for the 9 o'clock reading hour. I'll be starting on page 75 tonight. But as always, comment, rate, and subscribe, and don't forget to ring that notification bell to be notified when all my videos go live. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!